Hey. One of the hardest things, if not the hardest thing, about being a cinematographer, videographer, camera operator, hobbyist, person that plays with cameras is that if you don't have other people to help you practice your craft, then it's really hard to utilize this thing, cinematography, as a creative outlet. It's really hard to do this by yourself. There's a joke in there. So, not being immune to this myself, I spend a lot of time on YouTube watching other creators, other cinematographers do their thing in the hopes that that kind of scratches my itch to do my own thing, or hopefully inspire me to do something like this. So, the other day, I came across this video up here by Nigel Barros. I hope I said that right. In his video, he talks about this exact topic. And what he does to scratch that itch is he goes and he chooses 3 frames from a movie that he likes and recreates those frames in his house. At the end of the video, he basically challenges his viewership to do the same and tag him in it and all that good stuff. So, Nigel, here's my reply. I decided to recreate 3 frames from one of my favorite movies by one of my favorite directors, by one of my favorite cinematographers, The Witch. Getting into this thing, wow. I wish that I picked a less stylized movie like Nigel did. It was really hard for me to see just the framing and composition without seeing the stylistic choices that the movie has as well. So, pop this into my DaVinci Resolve 18 beta and just shot match. Cleaned it up a little bit and I ended up with some okay results. Now, by no means am I a colorist, so again, this is an exercise in framing and composition, so let's take a look at that and forgive me because, again, I'm not a terrific colorist. So in the first shot I chose, it's the boy looking out of the window, and I just did this in my bedroom. I don't have any behind-the-scenes footage of me doing this just because I didn't think of it because I'm not used to kind of making content like this. But it was probably the best one that I could have started with. Now, I'll put a link down below in the show notes to the website that I use that Nigel also talks about, and I'll put it on the screen right here so you can see because it escapes me at this particular moment. But I basically went on and I grabbed the frames and I thought this was going to be the best one that I could possibly start with. It's really easy, as Nigel explains in his video, to nail a shot of you looking out a window. Again, the stylistic choices in The Witch made this pretty difficult, but these were my results here. I think I did a pretty good job. It's actually my second least favorite one. So my least favorite one is this one. So this is the dad kind of just looking out at his farm. Now, for me, I did shoot some behind-the-scenes stuff here. I had a pretty good spot for this. I actually just went out in my front yard, popped down my tripod, and this was kind of the look that I ended up getting here. Again, those stylistic choices, bringing those greens down and kind of pumping up the yellows because there's corn behind him, but behind me, it's just foliage in my yard. And the look of The Witch is really low contrast and bluey and all that good stuff. But I think as far as framing and composition go, we did okay. I think they used a slightly longer focal length than what I did. I shot this on 70 millimeter APS-C. I have no idea what they shot it on The Witch, but I think it was probably an 85. Now, this is my favorite one. This shot was a little bit more difficult for me to do because I basically set it all up. I got the camera set up. I got my framing set up. I got my candle set up. And then I had to wait for the sun to go down. Because where I'm sitting in the shot, there's a big giant picture window behind the table. So I waited for the sun to go down. I closed the curtains. I lit the candle and I got the shot. And I think, especially in terms of framing and composition, this was probably the best one. And I'm pretty happy with the results. I had a blast doing this. This is the most fun I've had in a while with cinematography, especially just doing it alone. And it was a cool opportunity because I'm shooting on a new camera, which maybe we'll get into at some point because I'm excited about what's coming, and you should be too. But all in all, I would challenge any of you to do the same with your craft. Go out and make something cool of it. If you are a cinematographer, videographer, camera person, go out. Make some shots by yourself. Find your favorite director, cinematographer, movie, whatever. Grab some stills, hopefully a little less stylized than The Witch, and get some cool framing and composition shots. There's a lot that you can do with this. Just being able to practice, right? The hardest part about becoming great at cinematography is our inability to practice. So having the means to practice by ourselves, I think, is a huge benefit. So I just want to take a hot second and thank Nigel Barros, because without him, I wouldn't have done this. And I think that's super rad. His channel's down below, and you should probably go subscribe because he's a super creative and awesome guy. My name's Jared. Thank you for watching. I hope you think I'm a super awesome creative guy. And if you do, hit the subscribe button, bell icon. There's going to be some new uploads coming here pretty soon. And that's going to do it for this. Thanks. How the hell do I turn this thing off?